Do you guys remember Stivel's Codex? It was my first attempt at creating and publishing a much bigger form of content for you guys to enjoy, and if you all know me, you know I like animals. A lot, and I want to pet all of them. So I made a book with over 110 creatures that you can not only pet, but have as pets in D&D. It contains easy-to-follow guides on how to search for, warm up to, and befriend any of the wild monsters in the book, ranging from entirely unique concepts to inspired reimaginations of well-known concepts, and some really weird stuff because I like yokai and yotun and fey creatures and stuff. Check it out in the link below, and thanks for humoring me. Okay, here's a video about none of that. Enjoy! This video serves as a sort of partner to my last City of Mist video regarding the mythos angle of the game. Essentially, instead of a uniform character sheet, you have 4 theme cards that can change while you play. Some are based in myth and fantasy, and others are based in reality and relationships. So today's video is going to be exploring the examples of what a Logos is, and trying to imagine some fun ways of doing them. We all love fantasy, and reality isn't that fun. But if you look at the fantasy game and say it's too realistic, I'm sorry, but you have jelly brain. Kicking down the door with our first Logos, we have defining events. These are moments in your character's history when what they thought the world was completely shattered. Things like having a close loved one die when you thought that they were your entire future, or realizing that the religion or ideology that you defined yourself by was the only thing tearing you apart. Or that one thing that you did suddenly put you in the spotlight and now you have to put on a show that you didn't expect to put on. Or maybe it was that one time that you had an ego death and learned that reality is an illusion. But whatever happened, it changed you and made you stronger. Some power tags could involve newfound ideals or emotions, sentimental objects involved in that event, or a deep secret that only you now have knowledge of. And of course, our favorite weakness tag, trauma. You can't be a hero without it. Next up, we have a defining relationship. What or who is your character bonded to? What is this relationship like? And how does it help you? My first thought would be the classic superhero trope of a love interest that you hide your identity from, but the funny thing about love is that there's a lot more to it than just romance. It could be your pet dog who you take everywhere, but who you risk losing in tougher situations. It could be a housewife who knows your secrets but still supports you, hoping that one day you'll find a way to be honest. It could be a daughter figure that you need to protect, or even a father figure that you feel the need to make proud. Or it could be less emotional and more utility-based, like protection programs, seedy info dealers, your crime family or gang, or just 30 cats at home, I don't know. But having a friend act as a backbone or a resource can make your character confident, determined, compassionate, smarter, or better trained in certain skills. This one's a lot of fun and really diverse, both story-wise and power tag-wise. Next up, we have a mission. This is a very interesting one as it comes from 2 veins. One is an oath, some external idea that you have sworn yourself to that you define yourself by. Like religious conquest, revenge, a promise made to a dead friend, greed in the form of financial security, political conquest, or something much darker. I found that external missions cause you to act without your own reason, and sometimes they spread like a plague. But the other vein is a personal belief, some truth that your character found and is willing to fight for. Ideals like altruism, artistic creation, childish ambition, freedom, a search for answers to a question that clearly doesn't have one. Just any type of deep-seated belief that causes people to be both honest and active. This Logos theme has an equally diverse list of power tags that you get by answering the question, what helps me get closer to accomplishing my mission? Which can go anywhere from street fighting to equipment to connections. After that, we have personality. Believe it or not, personality is as powerful as anything else. You heard of Captain Jack Sparrow? Or that Jack-o'-lantern guy that tricked the devil? Or Jack Nicholson? At the core of this Logos lies the answer to the question, what causes me to act the way that I do, how much of it is honest, and how much of it is lies? These answers can develop in the form of traits, quirks, habits, lifestyles, how you react to different people, and how you interact with different people, and also sanity or complete insanity. Maybe you're so well liked that you're a famous silver tongue, or maybe you're so hateful that you've pushed everything away and forgotten how to talk properly. Maybe you know yourself so well that you can't ever be tricked. Or maybe you're so full of self-told lies that you'll let anyone tell you what to do. Or you just become a bitter jackass. Next up are possessions. All the cool toys that your character has bought and amassed before now. We've got guns, cars, vans, a fancy Batman tool belt with the W set to Wumbo, a buttload of savings, or maybe you're just a hoarder and your house has piles of broken bottles filled with Rat Kings. Possessions can be single items that you take everywhere, or a collection of items in a place that you have to visit to get them. A possession could even be a company or a title with a badge, like any sort of capital that your character has. Most of these power tags describe the item or items, and how you can use them or how they can be changed. Next, we have the routine. At this point, it's a little important to note that having multiple logoi means some will feed into others. For example, if you possess a big company, you'll likely have the routine of operating it or making big decisions regarding its future. If you have a defining relationship with a family, your routine might involve spending time with them. But most routines generally involve some sort of job, like burger flipping or mechanical repair, political positions like mayors, department heads, and lobbyists, going to school like good old teen heroes, or just a hobby that your character chooses to have as a stress reliever. Each routine provides equal privilege and restriction. You get a lot out of them, but they eat your time. Being a repairman might mean that you're great with hardware, and being a chef might mean that you've heard a lot of underworld talk while you work. And lastly, training. This step's just outside of routine because it could have been in the past, or it's a skill that you've honed and use actively during the game. Things like formal educations, martial arts training, abstract knowledge about seemingly trivial things, street smarts, 10 years spent beside a guru who was kind of a dick, or deep specialist knowledge. This logos poses questions like, what have you mastered? What did you train? What styles are unique to you? And what do you know the most about? Some power tags might include stealth, kickboxing, animal handling, being hackerman, having a great aim, botanical knowledge, or even occult knowledge. So yeah, a lot of unique character aspects, all with amazing story potential. I wouldn't expect anything less from City of Mist, and at the end of the day, I want you to play it because of how much I enjoy playing it. You can check it out in the link below, and thanks for watching.